Okay, before this video begins, I have a sneaking suspicion that a large proportion of you are going to say one thing in particular. So before you say it, let's get into the video. Hey guys, welcome back to your favourite Milkers channel, where I'm going to leech this subject dry, as I do with every other subject. Not really, but in today's video I want to go over the pyro allegations, I want to discuss what new evidence has been added to it, and I want to discuss some lovely comments that I've received. But before I begin this video, I'd like to remind you that the word on screen will be replaced by the big bad throughout the course of this video, just because otherwise then I have to wait like 8 days before my video can go out, before YouTube reviews it and they decide, actually this video isn't bad. So I won't be using the word on screen, instead I'll be using the big bad to describe it. So I hope that makes sense to all of you, and yeah, let's get into the video. Oh wait, never mind. So, I've just loaded up my YouTube analytics, and this person tells me, and I quote, I'm gonna channel my inner Bo Blacks for this one. For frick's sake, kid, if deleted user is pyrocynical, why does he use American spelling? Delete your YouTube channel, you're a joke as a commentator. So, you guys can forget the big red button down below that you really should be pushing, because, might as well delete my channel, I'm just a terrible commentator anyway, so, guys, don't mind me, I'm just leaving. In all seriousness, please subscribe, so that I can build myself up from destroying others. Yeah, I know, I'm a terrible person. Anyway, we're going to be looking at the pyro allegations from as neutral standpoint as I can give you. So, like we did with my previous video, if you want to watch that, I add a lot of details. We're going to be discussing a lot of claims made, and in this video, we're going to be going over some more damning evidence provided by the accuser. So, if you don't know who the accuser is a person by the name of Ivory. They're a guy, I believe. They say any pronouns fine, so hopefully I don't get killed in the comments for that. And their final statement, as they claim it, reads as follows. Before I say anything, here's proof of my screenshots and his user ID, along with the messages from his current girlfriend that prove this is all real, and they attach an imgur. That imgur shows them scrolling through a chat between a deleted user, proving that the messages actually did occur with some account, and a video of them scrolling through Twitter messages from Pyro's current girlfriend, where they claim that this is hardcore proof that it definitely happened, even though I'll explain a little bit later, but here's a few screenshots from the chat where it looks very suspicious that Pyro's girlfriend does not at all agree with it, although they're claiming, Ivory is claiming this is 100% proof. And then the thread continues with some sort of question and answer, where it starts with, did he know your age? And the answer is he did, but I don't have proof of that in message form. We talked often enough for him to know my full name, my ex-boyfriend and I's drama, and he followed me on Twitter on both of his accounts. Now, whatever Ivory says here, there's a lot of people that follow me on Twitter that probably don't know my age. We've got Bo Blacks, Augie, Cyrus, just to name a few, and I'm guessing they all probably don't know my age. Some probably do. Bo Blacks does, because he featured in my video, but Augie, Cyrus probably don't. Following someone isn't proof. And also, the fact that they claim he did, but they don't have proof of that in message form, means that their argument is void. If you can't prove with messages that they knew your age, it means that we can't take that as fact, because following someone and talking with them does not equate to knowing their age. Now, if you had video chats of him, maybe that would have been more conclusive, but him sending you messages proves nothing about that. Another question included here is, why didn't you go to the police? And they answer by saying, I'm in the US, he's in the UK, and I don't see what good the police could have done with Discord messages where he sent me NSW. So, if you believe the police wouldn't find it illegal, why would we find it illegal? Secondly, whether you're in the US, there's tip lines, you can still contact the police. You consciously not making an effort to even try and contact the police makes me have to pass off that argument as you evading contacting the police. And I think that Nicholas Diorio's summary of this makes a lot more sense. So he says, the refusal to even contact the authorities with a complaint of some kind makes me personally not take this seriously. Sure, an overseas lawsuit is financially out of question, but calling/consulting with the police would at least make it look like you're taking this seriously. And I have to agree, if you can't even make the effort to contact authorities about something that apparently you're so upset about, it really doesn't make it so that anyone else can fight your case for you. We, as creators, can't defend you because of the fact that you haven't even made an effort to go to the authorities. And to be honest, a lot of people just have fair points about this. Many YouTubers are saying just contact the police through like a tip line or Crime Stoppers UK, and many other creators are all saying that they don't support this. And as I pointed out, there's messages in that apparent proof that it was all real from Pyro's girlfriend girlfriend, saying, I'm pretty sure that didn't happen, you kept feeding into it as well, you also slept with older men at the time, I remember you told me that. And if I'm honest, looking at the screenshots of the chat, no matter what you say, sending like furry NSFW does not equate to the big bad. It has no correlation. The correlation would be messages that very clearly have darker intent and conclusive proof of sexual deviancy. However, throughout that chat, there isn't any proof of that. And although they claim that his messages are predatory, if you go through the messages, it's pretty hard to argue that case when, like, Pyro is very clearly joking, he's using the N-word in chat, stuff like that. It's very hard to defend that. And there's a YouTube comment that a lot of people have been sharing saying sums up my feelings very well. And that comment is by a guy called Joshua, and I'm just clarifying, I don't agree with everything in this, but the fact that he says about the accusations, they're fake. Firstly, who goes to Twitter to report the big bad? Secondly, the dates don't match up. He says they talked in 2015 and that he was the big badded around the same time, but today is apparently 19. The account creation dates also don't make sense. Thirdly, he doesn't post the evidence immediately, which is sus, and the evidence he posted is obviously faked. He photoshopped some elements and used inspect element. He also censored some of his own comment. And to be honest, I have to agree with all of this comment up until that. So it is kind of suspicious that they didn't go to the authorities. Dates don't line up. The ages don't line up. The account creation dates don't line up. The evidence delay doesn't line up. And the evidence's validity being very suspicious also makes it not line up. And I'm pretty sure most YouTubers agree that they're not touching this with a 10-foot pole if they're not stupid to go against Pyro, because the evidence here of the big bad is not even close to enough. Now, sadly, I have to say that this seems more like a Slazzo situation where he was falsely framed, but I can conclude that the messages from Pyro are real, but I don't believe they equate to the big bad. The big bad would be much, much different. In the definition of the big bad, for example, it has right at the end, so they can manipulate, exploit, and abuse them. And in this chat, I don't see any manipulation, exploitation, or abusing, so it's kind of hard to defend it. Now, I'd love to hear your take on this. I don't want to hold this video out any longer because I know that you guys are probably just done with it now. The drama's pretty much over, and I get that many people have probably already had enough of this video. I'm glad that I got everything out of the way, and I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I worked pretty hard on it, and to be fair, I've done my research to make sure that I can be as unbiased and fair as possible to both sides, while also looking at my conclusive opinion of it and giving you my honest take on it. But I do want to say, if Pyro, listen to this, if you did do what they're telling people that you did, own up to it and accept the consequences for it, because otherwise you lose everyone's respect if it comes out that it's true. So please, I honestly beg you, as someone I look up to, if you did do what they're saying you did, admit it, take responsibility, be a better person. That's all I have to say for this video. I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and follow my Twitter for more updates on this situation as I bring them to you. For now, I'll see you next time. Actually, there's one more thing I want to add just to the end of this video before I finish it, but that is that I've seen a lot of people making this point here that apparently claims that Ivory is making it up. Apparently it's because Discord accounts, when deleted, changed the number tag to 0000, but in Ivory's screenshots, we can see that the deleted account has the number tag 9982. Now, I want to actually disprove this really quickly. Within the newest update of Discord, it now adds the actual tag back, as you can see, so even if an account is deleted for any reason whatsoever, their ID does still remain. So I'd appreciate if everyone keeps note of that and doesn't continue to throw around that when it's very clearly not true anymore. Hope that makes sense, and without further ado, have a nice day.
Says she wanna rock with a nigga like me. I'm a stylish guy. Spend a little guap with a nigga like me. We can catch a fly. Says she wanna rock with a nigga like me.